What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another War Thunder video. Today's video is all about the Leopard A1A1 as well as the A1A1's questionable upgrade, the premium A1A1 with the L44 gun. Both of these vehicles were lowered in their battle rating from 9.0 to 8.7. And of course the question is that too big of a lowering? Should it have stayed at 9.0? I am not a very big fan of any of the 9.0 tanks. I made a list. You got the M60A1 Rise P, you got the XM803, the XM1, the T62, and the AMX13 Hot. Now the T62 version that I mentioned, that's actually a later model, not the base model T62. Of those 5 tanks that I rattled off, I would say that only 2, maybe 3 of them deserve 9.0 battle ratings. That'd be those being the XM1, the XM803, and possibly the T62 variant. I can't guarantee the T62 belongs at 9.0 simply because I don't have that tank. I haven't used it, so I can't speak with any authority on it. The AMX13 Hot is the only reason it is at that battle rating is because of the 6 ATGMs that it gets. They travel extremely fast, they have a high penetration value, and that's really all that tank has going for it. I still don't understand why it's at 9.0, but well, what can we do, right? It's up to Gaijin to fix that shit. And the M60A1 Rise P, it's a good tank. I think it's at that battle rating still because of its passive reactive armor. The ERA is it's useful at a lower battle rating, but at 9.0 you're facing predominantly APF SDS shells, which do not care about your ERA. If you were facing vehicles that were firing Heat FS or Heat, I could understand the usefulness of that ERA. But against APF SDS, which is the primary shell you're going to face, that armor is useless. And it reminds me of when the Magok was introduced. If you remember when the Magok was originally advertised, it had ERA on the screenshots or in the vehicle model pictures that they showed on their website. And I remember reading a forum post from a Gaijin employee saying that as a matter of principle, Tier 5 tanks will not get ERA. At least premium Tier 5 tanks will not get ERA. So it was a matter of principle that was the decision. And I think that it's a similar thing with the Rise P. I think it's a matter of principle that it's at 9.0 because of the ERA, even though it makes no logical sense from a gameplay standpoint. However, maybe next year, 2019, when we get the next round of battle rating changes, maybe things will change. Who knows? Gaijin did obviously change their minds about the Magok and it having ERA. The Rise P could see a similar change. Maybe it'll get a lowering of the battle rating. Because right now, the issue with the A1A1 and its clubbing of 7.7 tanks right now is not a problem specifically with this tank. The problem is the 1.0 battle rating difference that the matchmaker uses is simply too much. Well, arguably it's too much. You see, we've talked about this a little bit in the past, and the issue isn't just with the battle rating difference. It's also which team gets more of the top end of that battle rating spread. So let's say you're playing Germany, 8.7, you got the A1A1 on your lineup, you queue up, you get into a battle, it's against Russia, you look around, almost all your other tanks on your team are A1A1, so 8.7 battle rating tanks. The Russians, on the other hand, are mostly going to be fielding 7.7 tanks. Your T-54s, your IS-4Ms, etc. It's not really fair then. And this is the same issue that we've seen with Tiger teams, Tiger 1 teams, facing 6-7 America and Britain. they get steamrolled, not because the Tiger is a bad tank, or because of the battering spread. It's that the American and British teams tend to have more 6-7 tanks than they do Germany having too many 5.7 tanks. The Allies are stacked in that sense. And frankly, there is no easy solution. There's no good solution. If you lower the battering spread to 0.7, you may end up hurting matchmaking. You may end up slowing it down, is what I mean specifically. And if you add quantitative matchmaker, if you tweak quantitative matchmaker as we know it to better balance teams out, that again could introduce problems. It could slow the matchmaker down, and you may end up just making matchmaker even more problematic and less enjoyable. You know, I've been playing War Thunder for a long time, and right now I have stopped caring so much about whether I'm top tier or bottom tier, and I just try to do the best that I can, and that's all you can do. You can improve your skills. You can find someone to play with in a squad with voice comms to help improve your odds of winning. Right now, if you have the A1A1, either the Tech 3 version or the premium, I recommend playing it. If you had a bad experience, you know, several months back when this was at 9.0 and you were facing Abrams, give it another shot. Give it another go. You'd be surprised at how good some of these A1A1 teams are at 8.7. Even in a slight up tier, the A1A1 handles itself pretty well. The armor on it is pretty awful. After all, it is just Leopard 1 armor, but its gun is pretty darn good. Whether you're talking about the regular version or the premium, it's really good. Anyway, guys, with that said, I'm gonna transition over to some other gameplay as this match is over. And here we are on Sands of Sinai. Domination, and I'm racing the cap at A. Now, my approach with the Leopard is very dependent on what my team is doing. I don't like to go just with my team. I like to see what they're doing and make the best decision as far as what to do with my tank. At the time of this battle was being recorded, I had a 30% RP booster on, and I'm using that to research the TAM. In a match that I had earlier in the day, the team basically rushed A and B, and I ended up kind of flanking off to what was my left right now. Instead, in this battle, everyone's kind of spread out, so I'm going to race the cap, get an early kill on a T-62. I'm using the L44 premium version of the A1A1, so I get some pretty good research and silver line boosts. Performance-wise, there isn't a great difference between this and the regular Tech 3 version. This does have better penetration on flat surfaces with the APF-SDS shell, but against tanks with angled armor, which is what you're going to see mostly, the regular Tech 3 version is actually better. It performs better, it pens better. There are some other differences. The regular Tech 3 version has slightly better turret armor. The premium version gets better rangefinder, a laser rangefinder specifically. I was able to get a kill on Kursk. A BMP drove across the water, and I shot him from 2.2 kilometers away. It was a hell of a shot. I would not have been able to do that with a regular rangefinder. If you listen closely, you can hear helicopters. You're going to see a lot of helicopters in these battles. You may even die because of the helicopters early on, because of the early heli rush. I keep checking this area over here because there are always people over here. The problem is no one's come over here to snipe down at the cap, or even just to rush down here and take the cap. And just as I pull off it, I see a tank, and we're losing A. That's a Warrior. That's a very new British infantry tank. It's got a nice little gun. It's got some ATGMs. It's definitely a threat. But he's going to push his luck, and he shoots the rock in front of him. That's an oopsies. I'll take that, and I'll take the cap, thank you very much. I don't mind getting, again, I got an RP booster on and a premium tank. I will take that extra cap for free. And you'll notice I'm going to play this cap pretty closely. I'm not driving off of it, going up into the mountains to my left. I want to. I would love to go up there and play in the mountains and try to snipe across the desert, but I don't want to give up the cap. And I know that there's someone in between A and B. We just lost the guy at B. He probably died from someone near C. Anyway, I want to see what's over here, and I saw a guy kill one of my teammates, a T-55A. You can just see his antenna there on the other side of that large rock. Now, I can't really push him easily or safely, should I say, because if you remember in my Panther video, I said that I don't like to push tanks for one kill, particularly early on in a match. We're only a couple of minutes in here. There are still a lot of tickets on the board to lose or gain. And if I die to this T-55, which you can just see here, or on the rock, he could very easily come up here and take A from us. If you take a look at the mini-map, we've got lots of guys on that sniper ridge overlooking A and B. So I know that my right is pretty well protected. My left is protected from the rock. But I want this T-55 to go down. But I still know that there's a guy in between A and B. And as good as my teammates are at sniping, he does seem to be moving up a little bit. I just marked that T-55 for my allies. And just keep watching for that other guy to push in towards A. Because I know he's over here. And they're pinging the map, so I know he must be getting closer. What's this T-55 doing? He appears to have fallen back further behind the rocks. I can't see him anymore. But I heard something over to my right. This guy is shooting. What are you shooting at, buddy? Nothing there. I don't get what. Oh, here's a guy on my right. This is the guy I dropped already on a little bit ago. Just missed him. It's a T-55 AM. Get a shot, sneaky shot. Nope. I drove up on top of that stupid rock. Yes. Thank you. Well done, snipers. I knew they would protect me. Man, I completely whiffed that shot because of that rock. Meanwhile, the T-55 is being engaged. Turn your turret, turn your turret, turn your turret. There we go. Take him out. That's some nice teamwork there. Allies distracted him, got his gun turned away from me, and I was able to take him out. Still, no one up here over by the mountains. They seem to have all stayed behind the most outside rock as you're looking at the mini-map. That's some machine gun fire coming from outside. Looks like a BTR and something in the back. Let's go for the back guy in the back. Perfect. BMP-2, hull break. That's one of my favorite tanks to kill right now. Those things are so annoying to deal with. Alright, the BTR is dead. Still no one on the hill. But I know there's someone up here, so let's go get him. Somebody did mark the guy up here. He's been shot once or twice. And if you look behind me on my mini-map, there is someone chasing behind me. He's going to help me out. Of course, at the time, I had no idea what this is. And if you look at the mini-map, he's pinging kind of the left, or my right side. So he's presumably hugging these rocks on my right. There you can just see the top of his tank and the antenna there. Well, I do have a stabilizer, so if he pushes me, I can presumably shoot him. But he plays it safe. I drop artillery on him to either potentially kill him or just to distract him. You hear my ally coming with me. I can't get a clean shot over this rock. I'm trying to serve as a distraction so that my ally can go up there and push him. But my ally doesn't seem to be too interested in pushing too hard. And maybe expecting me to do the pushing. So we're going to push him. And fail epically. I expected him to turn and shoot me. Instead, he turns his gun on my ally and pops smoke. I can't even explain the embarrassment that this brings me in showing this. How did I completely not see that rock? I got you, Leopard. Oh my God, that could have gone horribly. Oh, that Leopard trusted me, and I nearly got him killed. Oh, because that stupid rock. Actually, it all started because of that miss. I completely whiffed. I should have actually aimed that in first person rather than trusting the third person view. Something on B, obviously capping it. Gunner commander goes down. And the Leopard gets shot behind me. I don't take notice until he pings the map. Turns out there's another tank up here. It's an XM1, which I assume was on the opposite, that far side of that rock that I couldn't see at the time. The driving on this map frustrates me sometimes. When you play too close to those rocks, you're just going to get caught up. But it paid off. I pulled in, 13,000 in vehicle research towards the TAM, 56,000 silver lions, got 5 kills, not bad. Now we find ourselves back on Mozdok, a map I don't get a whole lot anymore, at least at this tier. I started off the battle by capping Charlie, then I backtracked and came back over here to Bravo because I knew that most of the fighting was going to happen back here at the Bravo cap. It almost always does. And I didn't want to flank far left, even though it does make sense. I just don't like that because I'm not familiar enough with the way the map has been shrunk a little bit over there. My ally goes down from this M48. I take out his turret and back up. I then get shot here directly in front of me from a guy on the hill, which I didn't see initially. But we get smoke, we can pop that and reverse. But I don't want to repair out here in the open. I want to get behind these logs. There's this set of logs here right in the middle of all this that offers quite a bit of protection from the front ends as well as from the right. Mark both guys that I know of. Whatever that was, I couldn't see what it was, but then there's also the M48 to the left. So marking both spots for the team so they know what's going on. Drop artillery on them, and we can see a couple of guys over here on the right, not just one. That is an M103. And the one directly in front of me is a chieftain. And there's a mouse coming up from behind me, so he's... Come on. There we go. M103 goes down from the mouse. And I pop out to push this guy. Got his gunner commander. Does he want to push me again? No, he doesn't. He's smart. Oh, but he did get our friend. What, a 7.0 King Tiger in this battle? Why would you do that to yourself? Still another guy where the M103 got killed. He tries to shoot. I don't know if he was trying to shoot the mouse or if he was trying to shoot me. Looks like another M48 or Yeah, it's another M48, another 7.7 tank. This is, again, this is very typical matchmaking that I'm getting. When you expose your lower front plate in a chieftain, you're gonna get killed. Gotta play hold down until you know it's safe. And he should have known that it wasn't safe. Can we push him? Yeah. Risk it for the biscuit. Again, got that 30% RP booster on. We're gonna take some chances. Now we got a guy over here who's decapping. Got a Japanese STB. Stop moving. Don't even comment on that. I don't want to hear any comments about that terrible shot. I jerked my mouse so hard. I'm shocked that I actually hit that guy after how far off I pulled that mouse. But they still capped it. So who else is on here? Where is he? Something being marked here. Another M48. Thank you. So if both guys are down, that means the cap is free, right? Let's get in here and cap it. Got the 30% RP booster on after all. There's still someone here, because I'm not capping. Where the hell is he? Oh god! Turn, turn, turn! Boy, the M60, or the Type 60. There's a heavy tank to my left that's being burned down. I initially thought I'd go over there and help him, but since he's on fire, I figured my teammates have him. We still have a lot of people left, and 103 goes down. Well done, fellas. No one pushing that right side ridge yet. I'm surprised. Second cap of the game. And then this is where something weird happens. This SPA starts shooting up at me. I don't know if he's trying to tell his teammates where I am, or if he actually thinks that he can hit me because at that distance this building doesn't render. Maybe he has ultra low quality, I don't know. But then I see another vehicle next to him. It's an M103. I thought, I wonder if I could side scrape behind this building and take him out. Risk it for the biscuit. Oh, so close. That, you know what? I have to give that guy credit. That was a hell of a shot. I would not have hit that shot. That was pretty darn good. Anyway, we respawn in the regular Tech 3 version of the A1A1. We do have a talisman on this, so I'm gonna get some good RP if I can get a kill or two. Boyer just killed the T-54 to the left. So you got the SPA and presumably the M103 are both being scouted. Drop artillery on them. Maybe get lucky. And somebody's on B again. We got two guys surrounded B. How does someone get past them? I don't know. What do you got, IS-6? See something? There he is. M48. Lots of M48s in this battle. And they're marking the guy off here to the left on the... That's a really frequent flanking route that people take early on in the game. I'm surprised that they're still using it. The question is, what is it? There it is. It's a warrior. A nice hit on him. Don't get any damage, though. The IS-6 season. Nicely done. The warrior popped smoke just a little bit too late. I was impressed that the IS-6 saw him. Type 87 goes down. We seem to be having this in the bag right now. Got our third cap of the battle. 30% RP booster on a talisman tank. I'm feeling pretty good about this. Marksman presumably just J'd out, or maybe his internet failed on him. Heavy tank being marked. Looks like he's on fire. That's the M103. Here he is. And always, not always, but I often forget where the ammo rack is on the M103. I shot where roughly it would have been on, say, the T29. But the M103's ammo rack is a little bit further forward. Other guy respawning. I killed almost everything. Just aim for the driver. M46 goes down. That's kill number 6. And off here to my right, finally see something on the minimap. It's the first thing I've seen on the minimap all game long over here. You know, it's an SPA of all things. It's a little M163 down in the water. That's an easy kill. Still have a couple guys left. Anybody else over here? You know what? At least it wasn't a P8. I'm just impressed to see a Kika being used. You know, it's not something you see every game. Anyway, I would respawn in the Leopard and almost get the other cap, but not quite. We ran out of time. Managed to pull in just over 16,000 in vehicle research. 7 kills, 84,000 silver lines. Pretty good game. Another one. This is not. I wouldn't say every game is like this, obviously, but these two games were back to back, and they were not alone. In this particular day, I would reckon, I would say over 100,000 in vehicle research towards the TAM. The A1A1s, whether it's the tech version or the premium, are both very good. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, click that thumbs up button. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Take care, guys.